What is going on, everybody? Back on it. Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 8. We had another transformation, if you call it that. All the four emotions came back together into this, like, super Kid Buu. We'll see what he's able to do. He's got some kind of wood-style drum set thing, bone cleaver going on. I'm still very curious if, like, when it comes down to it, because he's going to get defeated. Clearly, that's how the story goes. This isn't the final season. These aren't the final episodes. Tanjiro and the group are not going to die. You know, nothing's going to happen to Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko. We know that by now. I think it's pretty much safe to say the only characters that'll probably die are Hashira's. Besides that, I don't think the main four are ever going to die. There's been enough death fake outs with that already that that's just not going to happen. So we know they're going to defeat these upper moons. Now, whether that's Tanjiro himself or the other two Hashiras that are there, we'll kind of see how that plays around. But I am curious when the dust settles and they behead him or take him down and the other one in the pot. That original one, which I'm guessing, are we chalking it up to like he has PTSD, he has multiple personalities, like what is it about him? But the original one, he reminds me of Split, with James McAvoy, the type of just like multiple things going on. Is he himself going to be like the final baddie? Like when push comes to shove, does he just rage out? Does anything happen? Or like he is that? Like that is him. He's never going to be a threat. He's never going to attack anybody. He's never going to do anything. He's never going to transform himself. I'll be curious to see what happens when we get to that point. Besides that, though, we got a lot of moving parts. And still the major mystery of how how are you a demon, bro? How are you able to do these things? So who knows when we'll get answers to that. Surely this season we will. I don't know how many episodes we're signed up for. I would think 24, somewhere around there. We'll see. We shall see. He's gonna start getting his memories back. I'm curious, does him getting his memories back make him stronger or make him weaker? Because when you're so nonchalant, when you don't have a care in the world, when you don't remember anything, you can just go balls to the wall. You don't care. Like before, he was like always about protecting the elders, protecting the chief, didn't care about helping the weak or doing this or doing that. He was so focused on the goal that like it was probably good as far as getting results. When he starts to remember and starts to care about others and put his body in the way for people that are lesser, it might make him a better person, but does that make him a better demon slayer? Like someone that kills I don't know. Don't know. And so far, all the Hashira that we've had like side quest with, they've either been killed or injured so badly that they're no longer Hashiras. So far, the Hashiras are 0 for 2 as far as getting to come out of the other side, still be a Hashira. We'll see. We've lost a Hashira. We've lost 2. They've lost 1 so far. So right here, do we also lose another 2? And they lose another 2? I don't know. I'm very curious. God almighty. He's trying to go get plants to help. Yeah. He's trying to go get herbs and stuff to help his wife. Slipped off the side of a raining cliff. No siblings, no nothing. Oh shit. He had a twin. Yuichiro and Muichiro. This is the personality he's adopted now that he's lost his memory and shit. It's very two different ideologies here. Yikes. He's not wrong. His brother's not wrong in what he's saying. It's actually all truthful. It might be harsh. Might not want to hear it. But he's telling the truth. Like, remove the emotions out of it. Nothing he said is incorrect. So, what happens to the brother? His brother is speaking harshly, but his brother is also speaking truthfully. Do they get attacked by demons and his brother ends up, in the end, protecting him and it actually cost him his life? And that's how they scoop him up? Maybe he got bonked on his head? Curious what happens to the brother. Could still be alive. If I had to put money on it, I'm going to assume maybe a demon shows up and his brother, the one that's always harsh and saying why help others, do what you can, etc., in the end does decide to protect his brother. Oh no, that's the girl right there. That's the master's wife, no? Well, I don't know if it's his wife, but are we halfway? No, okay. They just put the little mid-credit very early. I was like, holy shit. Okay, it is his wife. Why did she come to see you two? What does she want? That's why she sought them out. Okay, you can have the quad replay that. Interesting. Now, is his whole thing, I'm not putting my life in the line for others? Is that why he doesn't want to do it, or? Go ahead and get it out of your system. Won't know unless you try. So I've been agreeing with everything he's been saying up to this point. But my follow-up question to him would be, because yes, he's harsh and people don't like to hear that, especially with kids and yada yada, but he's speaking the truth. But up until this point, he's kind of going a little sideways because emotion started spilling into his speech here. She kept coming to visit. Well, probably because she knows they're up there by themselves. My follow-up question to his brother would be, so with all that being said, what do you want to do with your life? Like, what's your purpose? What do you want to do? Do you just want to sit up here and live in this house with your brother for the rest of your life? Do you not want to see the rest of the world? Is there nothing you want to do? Do you have no interest? Do you have... Because they have no responsibilities. Nothing bounds them or is holding them. They have no younger siblings. They have no sick elderly parents. They have... as unfortunate as it is, they can do whatever they want. So what does he want to do? If all you're saying that is true, we can't be swordsmen, yada yada, blah blah blah. Okay. So what? So then what? Is this life? Is there nothing you dream about doing? Does everything seem hopeless and pointless? I don't know. Curious what kicks this off, because we know he ends up becoming a demon slayer, one of the best. And in a short amount of time too. So how does it happen? I'm really afraid that a demon's gonna walk up on them at night. Oh my god. Oh god, exactly what I said. Yep. Yep, I knew it. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. His brother was gonna talk all that shit, come off big and bad, yada yada, but when push came to shove and a demon shows up to hurt them, he would jump in the way to save his brother. That's exactly what happened. I knew that's what was gonna happen. I saw that shit from the beginning of the episode. Yo, lady, mistress, could you say, oh! He just flipped a switch. He went Ultra Instinct. With what, his bare hands? How did he... With what? How did you even pull that off? Gonna die in the sunlight. So that little kid... Well, we did see Genya's brother do the same thing. He was a little kid too. I would have loved to have seen that. How he did what he did. I mean, his brother's bled out at this point. Dang, I would have loved to have seen that. I wonder if they have it in the manga. I would love to see how he did that. They just showed us the after effect. Him kind of blacking out. I'd love to see what his little ass did. I knew that shit was gonna happen though. It's a classic trope that's set up in storytelling of like a family member or a friend that's always like real blunt, real disrespectful. Why help others? Don't go out of your way to do things. Only do things that benefit you. Only do the right thing, the smart play. And in the end, when the weaker one needed protecting, they step up and put their bodies on the line anyway. That's exactly what happened. He's probably delirious at this point. What happened to his memories? Was it during the time of becoming a Hashira he bumped his noggin or what? Stands for Where did his little Tanjiro birthmarks just come from? What the hell was that? I mean, you're gonna die, little boy. Little boy's not gonna make it if he doesn't get some attention. What is... So this is the second... What's up with his birthmark? Are they the same thing as Tanjiro's? This beautiful man over here. And see, this is what I'm saying, the problem with some of these Hashiras. Ooh. They play too much. They're too much in their emotions. They're too spiteful. If they just came in and handled business, things would be different. But like him here, he could have easily had this done. What is that mark? You tell me. Only one of the... So what is this that we're seeing right now? Whatever that mark is, like, healed the boy. We need a working sword, by the way. That thing almost ready, man? Because we could really use it. Crush him, then absorb him. Woo! Oh! Oh, he did get the sword. That thing looks so clean. I forget the sword that the other one's been honing is for Tanjiro. Still waiting to see how he lost all his memory. That sword is really clean. What is up with those marks? I'm on your ass. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to match this speed is the issue. I was about to say, he's getting real close. He's getting real close. Now we're about to hit the typical formula here. Wait, are we saying that he's the other one? And he's just adopted his brother's name? His weaker brother was the one that jumped in front of him. Eh? Wait, so hold on now. I'm trying. Did I get that right or incorrect? Hold on. Because he's speaking to Muichiro. Are you not him? Somebody's gonna clarify it for me. I know that. And he just goes around with his brother's name. But even if that's the case, though, we still saw him jump in front. I don't know, I'm a little confused how that ended there. Because I was going to say, well, even if we're saying that that wasn't him and it was his younger brother, they still showed the older, not the older, I don't know, they're twins, he could have been older. They still showed the more blunt brother was the one that jumped in front in the end there. I don't know, somebody will clarify that for me. As far as who is what tier with the twin and all that. I was thinking during the episode, I was like, dang, I'm curious of like, do any of these Hashiras or Demon Slayers have a non-tragic backstory, like with their family members are just obliterated and everything like that? But I was gonna say, still fucked, but at least all of Rengoku's family members, minus his mother, is still alive. I guess that's a positive. Not counting about how, I guess, shitty his father was. So it's still a thing, but yeah, I don't know where the crazy marks just came from on this man's face all of a sudden. Pretty wild though. And then let me get this taken off of here. Boom. So that was my understanding, but the little bit at the end made it seem a little bit confusing, as like the older, more arrogant, stuck-up brother, the way he was talking, it sounded like, oh, he was the one to survive, and maybe his younger brother, the one that was always talking about, oh, you know, we've got to help people, like, let's be Demon Slayers, we can help people, it's in our ancestry, and that when push came to shove and the demon showed up, he stepped in front of his brother, and then the arrogant one, I don't even know what to describe him as, the blunt one, was one that freaked out and went bananas. I'm very curious if we have a Ashura backstory that is just a normal backstory. Like maybe it's just been a long line of like my grandparents were, my parents were, my older siblings were, so now I am. And they're all alive, all well, no tragic, nothing crazy, it's just kind of what they've been destined to do. Or if there's any Hashiras that just kind of they just fell into it, luck of the draw. Like there's no crazy dramatic backstory to them. Their families weren't attacked. They didn't get, you know, cornered by a demon late at night. They just somehow stumbled across and someone's like, hey, you look kind of strong. You ever had work with swords before? And just kind of went from there. I don't know if it's going to make for the best storytelling for not all of them to have some kind of dramatic death-related backstory. Because it doesn't give you much to fight for. If you're just like someone they've just picked up like in a random town and gave a sword, it's like, oh, he's got skill, and they just go from there. So we'll kind of see how it plays out. Not a bad episode though. Again, he's on his ass, but we do have the regular kind of like anime formula going here, where bad guy is strong, really pushes the good guy to a limit. Then good guy has to then ascend the base limit of the bad guy, so now the good guy goes here. Like, oh, he's got the upper hand. Bad guy's got to start, like, okay, no more fucking around. He then evolves to whatever, and then the good guy has to go above and beyond and then take him out. So we're kind of at that, we're at the second stage of like, okay, bad guy's inherently stronger. He's got us on the ropes on the run, almost the stage of death. That was us with all the needle poison in our face, caught in the water bubble, not about to get out. Then we've gone above and beyond. We get all of our memories back, we get the new sword, we start thinking about things. We now get the upper hand. That's kind of where we're at the moment. So I'm waiting for old Jar Boy to go further beyond, and then we come over the top and take it. So that's kind of where we're at right now. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed that. And the thing with Muichiro's character, if I'm pronouncing that right, I don't. Again, I was kind of unfortunate that we didn't get to see him snap. Like, we saw the end results, but I wanted to see the in between, just kind of where that comes from. Is it an ancestry thing? Just inner rage? I don't know. Where are those marks? The marks again. What's up with those? Something about his, like, when he was kind of like going above and beyond. Something about like when Tanjiro does it, it kind of gets on my nerves. But when Muichiro was kind of like going above and beyond and the marks came out, I don't know, I just kind of enjoyed the way it was executed better than of like thinking of protecting a Nezuko. Maybe because when Tanjiro does it, goes above and beyond, the way his Y factor has been just so bludgeoned into our heads that when he does it, it's like, okay, we know he's gonna do it. It's nothing new. We know the why. When he did, I kind of liked it. It was like a bit refreshing. So I don't know. We'll just leave it there. We'll see how it goes. Go from there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. As always,